Thank you for reminding me that I am muted. Every time. I swear it's every time I do this. I'm very good, my friend. How are you today? As stated before, I have coffee now. Fucking hot. Thanks. So, today's stream is going to be a little bit different. So, I know I said I was going to continue doing Batman Arkham Origins. However, I did see today that, unfortunately, Akira Toriyama, the creator and writer of Dragon Ball, unfortunately passed away today. So the only way that I kind of know how to commemorate life, is that the right terminology? Commemorate? Like celebrate his life essentially, is by playing a different game, which is the one Dragon Ball game that I have played extensively throughout my life, and that being Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the first game in Xenoverse. That pause. I'm glad you've been looking forward to this today. The next stream, whenever that will be, we'll continue with our Origins playthrough. I will be doing that bit in between where like I go to the Bat Caves because I know for a fact my game will freeze otherwise, and I don't want that. And as well, I fixed the chat as well, so your stuff pops up on here now rather than just the screen. He did do amazing work. As you can see, like my favorite character out of all of it is Vegeta up here. He is my absolute favorite character from Dragon Ball, and you can tell I got some of the Funko Pops over. Well, I'm looking over there. There it is, there as well. I don't even know what the box was. Yes, yeah, that's the stand he comes on. Also got the Dragon Ball there as well, shown in many of videos. Yeah, so without it just completely ruining my day, I thought this was probably the best way to celebrate his life and commemorate his unfortunate passing. He was only 63. I learned that as well. He's only 63 years old. Man had so much life left in him. Unfortunately, he passed away. So, you'll get to see why I love Dragon Ball so much. And this was actually sort of like my first introduction into the Dragon Ball universe. So if you... I know exactly, that's way too young. 63. I know that's pushing on an old age, but outside of this, I work with people who are in their mid-60s, even older than that. So, you know, it's stupidly young age to pass away at. So yeah, I don't really know how to move on from that, but yeah. So Dragon Ball was my first introduction into the Dragon Ball world. So if you remember a YouTuber who went by the name of Sky Does Minecraft, he played this on his second channel, was called Sky vs Gaming, I believe. And as much of a piece of shit that found out to be, this was my first introduction into it, and I've been hooked on it ever since. So let's get right to the game. That intro, that music is very nostalgic for me. Let me know if it is too loud, because I will change the settings. I've had a Sky Does Minecraft, but nothing good. Yeah, say ever since he got exposed, nothing good about him has ever been said, which is perfectly fair, justified in my opinion, very least. And as you can tell, I'm not exactly new to this game. So of course we'll make a new character. What race do we pick? I think the go-to is Saiyan, because everyone loves the Saiyans. They are the main characters of Dragon Ball. We'll go with Saiyan. Male. Can we see if we can make me? Can we see if we can make me in this like 10-year-old game, 11-year-old game? Why is every good celebrity die? I don't know. I don't know. Part of me wants to say that the world is so shitty that they don't deserve to live in this kind of world. At the same time, I can understand why that would be taken in the wrong direction. Like people might not like me saying that, but it's a fair point. At the same time, the world is not a very nice place to live at the minute. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets a whole lot better. I tend to say about it. Gotta find hair that suits me. Gotta find the longest hair possible. Where is the longest hair possible? That's the kind of hair I used to have. Like this sort of style with it. It was a lot longer at the back, I'll tell you that. But this was like the style it was in. I'm still in shock. Yeah, me too. It just came out of the blue with passing. There was no word or warning about it. It just went. Which at the same time, I can understand why. Probably the best thing. DB was my first anime. If you want to get real technical with it, Pokemon was my first anime. But the first, like, what we would dub anime that I watched was Dragon Ball. Well, so... And it's a very good introduction, in my opinion. And very much... it's a much beloved one as well. Forgot how fucking awful all the hairstyles are because they just ripped them off different characters besides like this style. 70. This is probably closest to like the way I like style my hair with the parting in the middle, but it's not nearly as long. This is probably the longest one and like what they look like when they get out of bed. Okay, we're going 17. Eyes. Eyes suit me. Definitely not that. I have eyebrows, so not that one. I think Xenoverse 1 and 2 should be 3. That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting indeed. I wonder what they would do with something along those lines with that. Whether it be they just like you go on the different adventures and talk to all like the different characters throughout the Dragon Ball universe. That would be very, very interesting to see how they could do that. Those ones. Nose. I don't have a very particularly big nose. If they did do anything with the DLC with Xenoverse 1 and 2, I wish they would do it in the context of like you like go up to different NPCs or you meet different NPCs throughout the DLC, the story of the DLC, and it's the voice actors giving their own personal like what's the word? Can't think of the right word. Like their own personal experiences with Akira Toriyama and everything he like did for them and things like that. Like it's their own personal viewpoints put in the context of characters that you meet. For example, the customization it's more in Xenoverse 2. There's at least like 20 something different hair options. Gee, that is a big old chin right there. That is like a fucking hell, that's a chin and a half right there. Yeah, I don't think the ears matter because you can't really see them. Fellas, skin tone. I'm quite pale. So go with the brightest complexion ever. I like to start from the start of DB. Oh, I like to start from the start of DB, then go through. No. To be fair, that's what I was doing a few weeks ago. I started from like the very first. Well, technically, I didn't start from DB from the original Dragon Ball. I started from Dragon Ball Z, and then I've been trying to make my way through all of that, and up to Dragon Ball Super. I have greenish eyes. It's like a greenish blue, I believe. So that one's close enough. Upper body. People say that my color is red. True nerd pale. Yeah. Even with the sunlight now, that was white as a ghost. The people say that my color is red. However, my favorite color is in fact green. So do we go with the green color set, or do we go with red color palette? Leave that up to you guys. Green or red? Yes, you can change the color of different outfits throughout it. If we don't like it, we can change it later down the line. Green or red? Green. Green? Nice color green. Brighter. Oh, that's neon green colors right there. That's about as bright as green you can get without it going too white. And change the once. Oh, stop zooming in. Eat. Green and black combo is so good. It is. That's the thing. I love green and black. That's my sort of like favorite combo, especially like bright green and like a jet black, sin scorched black. I just realized on the screen you can't see it because I'm looking at my overlay behind it, because you can't see the green, can you? Because it's on the way I've had to set this up is that you've got my laptop is sorry, the overlay for the game is up in like one corner, like over here, and then my overlay for stream is behind it there, so you can't see the green. Fuck it, we'll leave it at that. If it buggers up, then we'll change it to red. Name and voice. Name, definitely not patroller. Then name from work, not hashtag. Name from work. Voice. Can barely hear that. Barely hear that. Go with that because it's the simplest. What's fighting style do you prefer? I like to keep it nice and close and personal, hang back and blast them from afar. I like to keep it balanced. Dude. I need to get... It's a very fun game. It's a very fun game in my personal opinion. Combat isn't that, like, what's the word? It isn't that complicated to do, because this game came out in, what, 2013, I believe it came out in? So it's not all that complicated all around. But it's very fun. Very fun. You do the voice too. Depending on what voice. So I can do a couple of impressions, but no one from this. This area is so nostalgic to me. It's very nostalgic. I can remember playing this as a kid. Oh my god. Well, not kid, but like kid to late teens. Not a big anime fan, but kind of want to get into some of them. I don't know where to start. That's a very good point. So the starting point is always like a very difficult bit to... What? The starting point for an anime is very hard, because you've obviously got so many different genres out there, so it's very hard to think of one that you like the most. And also ones that are not like insanely, because if anyone knows anything about Dragon Ball, that it's one of the longest series out there. Because it's split up into so many different fucking like different name series. So you have the original Dragon Ball, then you have Dragon Ball Z, then you have GT, which is not canon but takes place in between the end of Z. There's like an final episode that takes place like X amount of years after, and there is like peace, whatnot around the world. The GT takes place in there, but it's not canon. And then Dragon Ball Super takes place in that like time period between like the end of Z and the time jump in the future, even longer than One Piece. I'm not sure if it's longer than One Piece, but it's stupidly long. I remember saying to my friend how many seasons overall it is. So no, like One Piece is well over like a 1,000 episodes. The original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, those episodes are like 25 minutes long, 20 minutes long ish. But there's 40 episodes in one season, and there's 9 seasons of Dragon Ball. Or Dragon Ball Z, sorry. I've made it through one. But there's and as you can see, there's a lot to get through. There is a lot to get through. And normally you would start with you would load into this cutscene and not the multiplayer lobby. But obviously where this isn't I'm not new to the game, or I've already gone through all the story. It loaded us here. This is a very condensed version of it as well. So we go through all the and then the beginning of some of the movies. This is good. I just realized how difficult this is going to be to commentate. Shit. Fighting a freezer. Fighting a fridge freezer. They're saying Goku. Love to see it. So the combat is like pretty much, yeah. Essentially, it's a beat 'em up. I couldn't think of the right term, but yeah, it's a beat 'em up. Just heavily dedicated to the Dragon Ball fandom. If you want a very condensed version, as long as the anime is, if you want a very condensed version, I would recommend either playing this game or like watching the cutscenes of someone playing it.
That's a shame. I really want to save the best for last.
I cannot hit self, for the love of God. There we go. I'm doing my super attacks. The ult? Oh, this ult. Comment on FNAF, you can comment on it. Yeah, that is a point. If I can commentate over FNAF with me, that robotic voice, because my CPU couldn't handle it. I keep hitting my Windows key when I'm trying to do the ultimate attacks. Love free throws and beat 'em ups. Yeah, I love beat 'em up. It's a very like, I don't want to say the word easy. You know what I mean. It's a very fun, very easy way to play a game. It's honestly not. It's more so like WASD and then left mouse click and right mouse click. Hello there, Freddy. Come in here. Sorry, I got distracted by my cat. Yeah, it's then Control and Alt for like your key blasts, like the Kamehameha, the big blue beam I was shooting. I think that was Control and Alt.
I better start fighting with everything I've got.
Super Saiyan 3
This
Goku.
whole universe is going to be
Dude has hair longer than me.
You want Freddy? What do you want, Freddy?
Fuck. Stop hitting the Windows key.
What is it? What do you want? Baby, what do you want? You just want attention, is that what it is?
Just want attention. Right, let me get rid of
It food.
There we go. Down in the thoughts. Love the aesthetic for these crystals as well. It's very nice.
History is changing.
Apparently so, Trunks.
The flow of time. Something's very odd about it. At this rate, history. No. Everything will collapse.
This is game basically finding all the enemy. Yeah, essentially. Essentially, it mainly deals with like the not watching that. It mainly deals with like the big
Someone
bads
summoned you
of
from
the
a
Dragon Ball
land
universe
far
and
away.
shut up, Shenron.
Brave warrior, now come forth.
A lot of the characters that are omitted from this, because obviously you can't fit everything into one game, which is why the second game was made. But yeah, all the fan favorite characters are in this. And Saga, Trunks, death. I don't like doing where you don't have to care about the story. Yeah, it's like you don't have to care about the story in this. Like I care about it because I'm a big old Dragon Ball nerd. But yeah, it's just grow as strong as you possibly can and kick the shit out of the various enemies that the game throws you away. Bye bye. I'd love to play Doom again though. I still have that on my PlayStation. I haven't played that in ages. I'm not sure if that would be better to stream or just record and then cut up. Because I don't have the patience to cut up like a 2-hour long stream.
I'll explain it all to you later. For now, let's see how much power you have.
And yes, this character is called Trunks. Why he is called Trunks, I don't know. I know how to play a game.
Yeah, come at me anytime.
Hit Trunks for love of fuck. Did you play after Origins? That would be a very good idea for me. There was definitely gonna play something else after Batman Arkham Origins. Fuck's sake. Oh, what did I hit the Windows key again? That time, what am I doing? Stop clicking things. Stop it. But what I'm pressing? I think because I'm alt tabbing. That's why. Now it's like super duper framey. I know how to do things. Oh wait. What the fuck am I clicking? Stop it. I don't know what I'm clicking. I'm 100% keep hitting the Windows key. 100% I'm hitting the Windows key.
Looks like the little warm-up is complete. Now,
Fuck's sake.
it's about time
I'm gonna have to
show
remap
me
my buttons because
full strength.
I have to remap my. Right, I'm remapping the buttons. Fuck off. Not let me remap my buttons. It will not let me do anything. This feels like, yeah, it does feel like Origins again. Let's see you rage at Doom or lose. Oh god. I've tried to play. I remember when I first This does feel like Origins all over again. Fuck, what are my buttons remapped to? Starting to annoy me now, right? Every button I hit, it just closes the game. Get rid of Trunks and I can fix it. Or... There we go, right. Oh god, I do not want to have to go back through and
What
remap all of my
remarkable
buttons.
strength. You are no ordinary warrior.
How did I get a Z on that? Oh, for fuck's sake, not again. Think. Do anything. Right, I'm hard closing the game, then restart it. Yeah, more tech issues. This wouldn't be a Liam from Work stream without tech issues. I'm hitting enter, and it will not let me do anything. My OneDrive open. Go away. Close that. Clicked into the game. Yeah, everything I press just keeps pressing up literally everything else. So we are going to hard close the game. Close everything it just opened for no apparent reason. Switch to this. I played Doom, but not Immortal. Want to get in classic game. See, Doom. Like, I know the classic Doom games are in Doom Eternal. I know that for a fact. I can't remember how you unlock it. Whether you have to progress and get all the secrets, all the collectibles and whatnot, and then it allows you to unlock the game, or whether that's just cheats. I know for a fact, don't forget the reset button. I won't forget the reset button because I haven't remapped anything. The only thing I did differently was try and set up this so that way I could actually record it and it would show Xenoverse on Steam rather than not on Steam on like the stream intro bit and not Origins. If it doesn't work, then I will go back to. Actually, I probably shouldn't go back to Origins because I haven't done the I haven't gone back to the Batcave yet. So it might crash there. Freeze. I'm hoping it doesn't. There. Yeah. Batcave is the bane of your existence. Yeah, anything technical is now the bane of my existence because it's 2 streams in a row. Things don't work. Now it won't let. Oh, what? Click on anything at all. What is going on with my? Stan, why? Let me skip the cutscene. I know I can do it. Just won't let me. Oh, the back. Yeah, yeah. It's more so the Batwing. I don't know why. You're moaning, Babby. Are you the reason for my tech issue? Are you the reason? What did you? What did you? Batman is trying to listen to me. Yeah. What music would Batman listen to? Let me throw you that question. What music would he listen to? Because I know Bruce Wayne would listen to like classical opera or something along those lines. But what would Batman listen to? Game is loading up. At the block, because I was going to be annoyed. I feel like people would think something serious, but not Batman. It's like Katy Perry or something. To be fair, that sounds pretty accurate. That does sound very accurate. Plug the mouse, plug back in. Everything I do, it just brings up other stuff. Doesn't want to work. It's not working. Okay, right. Okay. See if we can go to Origins instead and see if that works. If not, I'm turning it into a Balloons Tower Defense stream if that works. Yeah, he's a reading guy, but he's still yeah, he still has his his guilty pleasures. Like with me, I've always said I listen to metal, I listen to rock, I listen to this, I listen to that. But I love like all music as a whole. Doesn't matter what the is. It could be rap, it could be country, it could be Christian rock, it could be anything. I love all music. Obviously, I have my my favorites, but you know, I always find myself drifting to other forms of music. I don't have a specific thing that I yes, I'm more or less the same. Like I listen to almost anything. Origins. Main thing, main things though are not. Yeah, that is true. Like the random oddball things that you listen to when no one's around. Me, it's country music. Either that or what do you call it? I can't think of the word now. Either music or intros from like games, films, TV, music, which is very on point for me. I will not lie. That's very on point for me. It's a guilty pleasure. Yeah, exactly. It's a guilty pleasure. But you shouldn't be ashamed of your guilty pleasures. It's who you are at the end of the day. I don't need to listen to country. Yeah, I listen to it just like on and off here and again. Whenever it like comes up on my Spotify playlist, I'm just like, oh, okay, I can get down to this. Out. The same thing, like Arkham City. Oh, the Arkham City intro is so good. It really is. Top 10 intros of my life. Or just do music and raps about games. Yeah, I'm the same thing about that. Say with the like, do music just like it could be like the main menu theme, and it could be titled main menu and do music like what's his name? Mick. Remember who composed the music? It was Mick something, wasn't it? Nick was it? I can't remember his. I cannot remember his name for the love of God. I have to Google it. sit and listen to it sometimes. I'm the same way. It's just like the music is just so good. Was it? Oh, it's Mick Gordon. That was it. Mick Gordon was the composer. I remember now. Had the guy that did the music. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Mick Gordon, one who composed it, and I remember he put together a heavy metal choir. Right? Name one other person who could put together a heavy metal choir. Oh, you can't see the game right now. I'm going to try and go to the Batcave without it crashing. That's everything. I'm going to reset my controls. Nice. Good. Fantastic. Do that. I think it's working now. Right. I'm not into the Batcave yet. I can't see chat at the minute. Look at it on my phone. Why no way? No fitting to the game. Yeah, it really is. I'm in the Batcave. Let's fucking go. Right, what I might have to do is whenever I'm fast traveling is switch the overlay to this, like meet the chatting bit, and then go to then go back to gameplay like this. So I should be in the game now.
The concussion detonator is on your workbench.
Oh, fantastic. Right, give me 1 second while I update Dream bits because Dragon Ball does not want to work, so we are changing it back to Origins, unfortunately. And Arkham Origins. Stream. Tags real quick. Put that then. Boom. Done. Okay, so apparently Dragon Ball didn't want to Dragon Ball Xenoverse didn't want to work, so we are back to this. And yes, I finally made it into the Batcave.
If you use that instead of your fists, you'll do less lasting damage to those police officers and civil servants. Noted.
Would not be a Liam from Up stream without tech issues. It just wouldn't. It just wouldn't. Now we can sit here and admire all these low PNG suits. I love all of the Batman suits. All of these suits look great. Besides the new 52, the new 52 looks way better in Arkham Knight, 100%, because like it doesn't look like there's too many layers to it. Layered up properly, it just looks like one thing just kind of like merged together. There's no layering to it. Right, let's get the glue grenade. Oh, no, it was a concussion detonator, wasn't it? Not the glue grenade. Although the glue grenade looks almost identical to that. Where do we go now? Access to GCPC. Okay, great. So now we gotta leave. I love DLC. I do too. I love DLC, right? Let's that. Here we go. Where do we actually need to change the overlay, don't I? Change that. Then where do I go? Oh, there it is. Oh, I haven't. On it. Alright, I'll do the relay tower first, and then we'll do the main mission. Because otherwise I won't be able to fast travel, like, anywhere close to that for a good long while. That's so swift and so smooth. Fantastic. Right, here we are. There we go. DLC for games can be just absolutely fantastic. And the way I always put it is that I wish a lot of games would have they allowed the community to mod their games, because the way I will die on this hill. The community of any game or media will do a far better job at making things than actual AAA studios. I will die on that hill because the community knows these characters far better and far more in depth. Like unless your AAA studio is only made up of graphic designers, programmers, everything that it needs to make a game. Unless it's only made up of nerds who love the characters, like, it's not going to do as good as a job as they could do. That's the way I'm putting it. I know it was probably like the longest way I could have put it, but you know what I mean.
Master Bruce, guards have been doubled at police precincts since Loeb's murder. You'll need to find a way to sneak in that won't attract attention. Otherwise, you'll never make it to the server room.
Right, go through the grates then. Listen. Oh, I need the electric gloves, don't I? I almost said shocker's glove. Yeah, that's exactly my point. Exactly my point. We know exactly what we want. We know exactly who these characters are. We know how to do justice to these characters, and it's not exactly like, say for example, if a Batman decided to go into a far different direction. So instead of focusing on Bruce Wayne, they focused on like Thomas Montgomery Wayne, like his son, or him and Selina Kyle or something. If we wanted to do that, then we would know how to successfully convey his father's like morals and everything that Batman stands for in his son, but also portray it as his own character. I hit E, not right click. Oh, there was no one there. Hit you in the face then.
I'm afraid you'll find I've stepped things up considerably, which means I think our time together is drawing. I think you made the right decision. Recognizing when you've been beaten is the first step on the road to self-improvement.
You know, Riddler, I have a fancy new toy. I feel like the only bad side is the... Yeah, that is a point. It's a double-edged sword at the end of the day. They could very well mess things up. But if it's a faithful DLC that sticks to source material, or what's the word? Or DLC that's actually Cronkies, yes I am. If it's DLC that's actually good and sticks to like the in-universe stuff, like kind of expands on it, that's fine. But when it's like they're just pumping out DLC for no other reason, get out of here. Oh. If they're pumping out DLC for no other reason other than they just need to pump out DLC, then that's where the bad side of it comes in.
You sure showed that crate who's in charge.
Like, I'll give you an example. Call of Duty. I used to love playing Call of Duty, but the DLCs are just like, obviously, it's more or less the same thing at the end of the day. And a lot of it now, yeah, microtransactions. That's exactly what I was going to go on to. At the end of the day, it's just microtransactions to just get like a couple of skins, or whether it be a couple of skins for your guns or an ornament, or like a Snoop Dogg character or like a famous celebrity or something along those lines. Like they're just pumping it out because they can capitalize on it.
I was sure you'd fail. No one is this lucky.
You need to stop this.
Stop what?
I don't like microtransactions unless it's good stuff. Yeah, I'm the same way. Unless it's like a skin or an ornament or something that I truly, truly care about and truly, truly want, then I will buy it. However, I'm not going to go out and be like, oh, I'm not going to buy everything out of like the item shop. Which is part of the reason why I hate Battle Royale games. Like, I used to love Battle Royale games because I grew up when Fortnite was at its peak. Well, I was a teenager, so when Fortnite was at its peak, but yeah, I went from military to yeah, it's exactly that. You are on the same wavelength as I am. Like, yeah, the game was free, but also 90% you'd have to pay for literally everything else. Just a mild annoyance, and obviously, like unless you were like a content creator or had a really good job, it just was not worth it at the end of the day to buy all of that stuff. And obviously after Fortnite came out, like battle passes were like the only way to do a level up system, which again, not my favorite because it forces you either to grind the game extensively or pay for it, which is neither a good thing. None of those things are a good thing. You should be able to level up in your own time, get the things you want as you level up, rather than going all the way to tier 100 to just to get, or rather than going to like the only skin or item you care about is in like tier 98. But the Arkham games have good skins, but it's sad that you're not allowed. I was so, when I first played that game, I was so disheartened that you couldn't ride the Joker Mobile after that one mission. I was so disheartened because it's such a good. They must have worked so hard to make that designed for it because it's not just like a few ha-has spray painted on it. It's a full like it was a full revamp of the car, the Batmobile. So it never made any sense to do that. And then as well, like you said, not being able to play as the Robins or free roam as any other character besides Batman. Where am I going? Oh. Ow. I'm gonna get hit. Ooh, I blocked it. I hate the new Arkham game. Went from free phone. Yeah, so I can understand why they would want to go in a different direction, considering that Batman is dead. Oh, there it is. So that makes perfect sense in my mind, but it's just like, from what I've seen of it, it just looks like the Avengers game that was not good, but just a shooter, like an arcadey shooter version, which doesn't really resonate with me. I do like some of the skins and the character designs of it, but it's not my number one pick. Thing. Where it? Oh, unless it's down there. Your new design for. Oh, there it is. Love that move. Knew he was going to hit me. Ah. Oh. I was looking at chat. There we go. The new Suicide Squad game, they need a game just Yeah, it could have very well been not tied to the Arkham universe. It could have just been its own standalone game, and no one would have had an issue with it. But that's why there's such like a high expectation around it. Yeah, that's exact. Yeah, I 100% agree. They could have very easily just made the game and never once mentioned the Arkham universe, and no one would have like, in my opinion, no one would have critiqued it or held it up to this expectation or bitched about it as much as people do now because of the fact they made that tie. At the same time, wasn't Rocksteady working on like a Superman game as well, as far as I remember? Like they were making a Superman game after Arkham Knight, something along those lines, and then it was cancelled, and then they made the Suicide Squad game. Oh, they have an upgrade. That's why. Or special comment like that. The game is basically Ben Solo. More or less, yeah. The I don't know why I'm doing all of these overlays. I think it's because I don't want it to crash. We'll do that, and then we'll go to the GC. I feel like it's the super. Yeah, that's what a lot of people tend to say as well. Is that Superman is so unbelievably strong. Is like, how do you balance it? I feel like the best way they could do it is if you've ever played or seen gameplay of no, that's the wrong button. If you've ever seen gameplay of X-Men Origins Wolverine, the game, the way they balanced that is that Wolverine had a dedicated health bar, and he would heal throughout it. He would heal throughout it, but there'd be like a heart at the end of it, and if that heart was too much damage, then he would eventually die. So he still gets hit and whatnot, still takes damage. Obviously, it's healing factor is still enabled and whatnot, but it's balanced. I'm trying to like think how you could do that with Superman, unless people had like whatever color kryptonite bullets would harm Superman in that sort of way. Do you beef up the enemies or dumb down Superman? Yeah, it's you either it's one or the other. You can't have both. Go over there. They would have to be really smart about it. So I feel like the best way they would do it is introduce like a new color of kryptonite that doesn't actually like penetrate Superman's skin. It just like weakens him. Something like Superman and Superman. One of them. Yeah, that is another point. Like Superman fans know him the best and know how to like essentially nerf him or have the enemies have a way to harm him without taking away Superman's strength. It's a tricky thing to do. Right? It's easily a lot harder to do than like a Batman game. Got me thinking on like the best way to do it, which is even I don't know what would be the best way to how to do a Superman game. I feel like that would be the trickiest part about it. Is like the story about it fairly simple to come up with, in my opinion. The the movement, the maneuvers, the powers, all of it very very simple to do. But it's that one bit is just absolute pain to do. Because Batman is just a man. He gets shot, he gets hurt, Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point. Superman is just so like he's meant to be the know, it's in his name. He's meant to be the Superman. He's meant. He feels like if a kid came up with a superhero and just gave him every single superpower you could think of, that's Superman at the end of the day. Obviously, I know that's me dumbing down Superman a lot. I feel like they could do the speed thing in. I feel like they could do the speed thing in the Lego games. Oh yeah, well the races and things like that. That would be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun to do. I'm thinking of like other like little side quests or things. There would 100% be like side quests where you have to go and find like kryptonite like labs essentially that are like meth labs. Oh, through the wall. Go Batman. Oh.
Yeah, probably another water pipe bursting. Love to go take a look, but you know, my shift's over. Loeb understood.
Oh my god, I was wondering where I go.
This won't be easy, but if I'm going to access the National Criminal Database and find out what happened at Lacey Towers, I need to find the server room without being discovered.
Oh, there. I thought I was going to go past it. Well, that's definitely a Predator. Yeah, it's a Predator mission right there. That into action.
We've got a ways to go before sunrise.
That's Gordon over there, isn't it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, like kryptonite dealers and stuff, and have them chasing. That would be really fun. Like, I feel like the only way you could do a Superman game and have it like have it have real stakes is if you dumb down Superman a little bit. Like, say for example, if I feel like the best way you kind of do it is if you had like Superman-esque villains, like very, very powerful Superman-esque villains, all team up to try and take down Superman. Like pretty much what they did with Arkham Knight, essentially. But the way they do it is that, like maybe Lex Luthor creates like little nanites, like little kryptonite nanites that are polluting the air. So when Superman like he breathes in or something, like the nanites go into a system and kind of like they add like mini pieces of kryptonite that like start to dumb down his powers, so he can still shoot lasers at you, but they're more like Cyclops' concussion eye blast. They're not heat vision; they just hit you really hard. Um, or he's not nearly, and he can't be nearly as fast. He has a limit on how fast and how strong he is. Or like his frost breath is whatever it's called, the frost breath or whatever. That's not nearly as cold or nearly as fast, so he can't use that to like stop bullets, and he can only like get hit by bullets a certain amount of time before he actually starts to feel real pain. Something along those lines. Maybe like kidnapping missions in Spider-Man. Oh yes. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, where he has to listen out for everything. Really, that would be kind of cool. That guy didn't go down. Apparently not. Yeah, that would. I reckon that could be really cool. Like implementing all of Superman's powers in some way, shape, or form, where he can only, where he has to use one extensively and focus in on one.
I won't be able to access doors like this with my cryptographic sequencer. I'll need to find another way.
Oh, the grate. I should always expect to use the grates.
I won't stand a chance against that many armed men.
I don't want to take that chance either. I feel like the heat vision would be hard because of how. Yeah, exactly. So it would either be, you would either have to do 100% heat vision, or you'd have to dumb it down to like how I said earlier, like Cyclops' concussion eye blasts, to not make it actually heat vision, like completely rework it. Like you would have to rework so much stuff about Superman, and like would it pay off at the end of the day, and will kind of like how like what you've done to his powers.
Whatever they put you on tonight, I want you to blow it off. Finding and killing the bat is your #1 priority.
Batman's great. It's great. They're great friends. Boom, boom, tss. There we go. Kept going over it. Serve and protect. Maybe like Deadeye or oh yeah. That would be kind of cool.
Treat him like any other scumbag. If we can't find dirt,
That's not what I wanted to do.
what if Captain Gordon allowed all the perks?
We're up!
Trying to think of like how they could work that.
What do you got? Want to surrender?
Fuck it. Guns out of his hands. So the way that I'm thinking about like using that would be like more or less how you said, where Superman can use the Deadeye ability from Red Dead Redemption, but he could like shoot his lasers at people, and it would like really like just shoot the gun in half, or knock them out and set. What the? I don't know how he did that. Yeah, like he fire like a bolt of his heat vision essentially, and melt the gun in half, or like knock them into a wall to make them unconscious. Like something along those lines.
Not you again.
Hello.
Talk, or you won't be walking anywhere, ever.
No way. You gotta answer for dropping me off that rooftop, buddy.
No, you have to answer
But
to
either
me.
be that,
Does this
or
disruptor work?
I feel like a good way they could do it is if
How about we take a little walk?
Lex Luthor, like the best way that I could think about doing it is if Lex Luthor had like a number of satellites above the Earth, and what that was doing was changing the sun's rays on Earth. So although it would look like yellow sun, the yellow sun was in the sky, but what the satellites were actually doing was altering the wavelength. I don't know what the best way to put it, but he was changing it from a yellow sun to a red sun waves that come down to Earth, so no one else would be affected bar Kryptonians. So only Clark Kent, Connor Kent, only Kryptonians would feel the effects of it, and no one would know any different. So that would be one way to like dumb down Superman's powers. That could be a way they could have. That could be a good way they could have done it. And the reason why it doesn't depower Superman completely is because Lex Luthor is changing the wavelength of a whole ass fucking sun, and the only way to do that, the only way he could dumb down the only way he could get rid of Superman's powers completely is if he completely changed type of sun that Earth has, which would just everyone would know it was him at the end of the day that changed his powers. There we go. Maybe like a ball of heat that heats up guns and. Oh, I see what you mean. That could be quite interesting. Maybe you can do side missions. Yeah, you can do like a side mission that takes down the satellites. But I feel like the best way to do that would be, or I feel like the kind of only way to do that would seem kind of fair is, how at the end of Arkham Knight, where you've completed all of the story missions, that's only when you can customize the Batmobile. Like you can change it to like the Michael Keaton Batmobile, you can change it to the Ben Affleck Batmobile, but only after you've done like everything that the Batmobile is needed for. The only way that I feel like they could do that like the satellite side quest, is if when you've 100% completed the game, you've taken down all of like the kryptonite labs, you've done the whole story, you've done like all like the collectibles, all the side missions, all that. Then you go take out satellites, and then you get the full access to Superman's powers. So there's no like time limit, there's no bar limiter on all the things you can do. It's you get all of his powers. You get all of his powers at the correct strength. Gives him like, yeah, or something along those lines, or like it instantly maxes out all of your powers or whatever. There's a million different ways they could do it, and I don't know what would be the best one. Oh. Oh, I saw that guy. Not what I want to do. Oh, we dodged that. There we go. Yeah, because they could use excuses like they can't leave the city. Yeah, exactly like in Arkham City, where if you try and go over the wall, the guns just shoot you or something like that. Oh, so we can't get high. Yeah, exactly. So we can't get high enough, or he uses X-ray. Yeah, exactly. There's so many ways they could do it, but they would have to be really, really smart about how they dumb down his powers. All of this makes perfect sense because it's realistic, and it's probably the best way they could do it is if they use like, they use Lex Luthor's wealth to his advantage. Why did they come in here? They use Lex Luthor's wealth to his advantage, make him do things that, in all reality, that he would be able to do. Because I don't doubt for a second that not Clark, sorry, Luthor would not be able. He would not have the technology, nor would be able to completely change the type of sun that we have. You would have to get like General Zod to tie the sun. Like you'd have to like completely enclose the sun in like some form of metal casing that wouldn't melt, and then put a new sun up there. It just wouldn't be realistic to do that. So it makes perfect sense why you'd just be able to change the sun waves coming down to the heat wave. I don't know what the right terminology is, but you know what I'm saying.
He is the worst kind of criminal. The kind who thinks their actions are justified. Who acts completely outside the system.
That's Red Hood. That's Red Hood.
Barbara, wait.
Fuck was that? Why did they just completely flip?
Batman's in the building.
Oh, here we go, another Predator mission.
Be ready.
You'd think with the number of skulls we crack, punks would think twice about messing with us. In the station, no less.
I think the Predator missions are easily one of my favorites. I was always way better at these than I was at the combat missions. Like, it's not even a debate. I wasn't perfect, and I'm still not perfect, but I don't aim to be perfect. That guy not seem like he would, yeah, like he would have to put in a new sun, do everything. Yeah, exactly. Like, it just wouldn't be realistic to completely take away Superman's powers in universe that way. It would be way more cost effective and easier just to use kryptonite rather than like taking away the whole sun. Some Predator missions are my favorite parts. Yeah, exactly. As much as they hate to use, you just feel like Batman because this is what he would do in reality. Don't let me get the drop on you. Immediately hangs you upside down. I don't have the gel.
Who's down there? Wait! I think he fell!
Sure it came from down there.
Down through the window? Yes, I can. I don't remember the last time I did that. 4 enemies left. But you're all huddling together. Oh, to be fair, there's only 4 of you left. I don't want to go for that guy because actually. Don't you dare come around that corner. Thank you. He used to say, he used to stay in this car. Yeah, see, my tactic is more or less just like take an enemy out, come up to the vantage point. Take an enemy out, come up to the vantage point. Simple but effective. Look, should be 3 of you. Where's the third? Oh, beneath me. Where's the third guy?
We need cover until the EMTs get here! I can't help you!
Gonna stay there, aren't they? That's. You were looking behind. Well, looking behind.
This guy's a monster!
I think I was that close to him.
You got another one.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go up here.
You better run before my backup gets here.
I'll then knock you out instead. That's how I used to do it, but I tried to get low. And yeah, so that's exactly what I just did because I knew for a fact you just see the same tactic over and over again. It works, obviously, where I'm on hard.
Shouldn't you be searching your quadrant? I'll leave that for the boys in SWAT. Why's that? Ain't you heard? Brandon made a deal with Black Mask. They're trying to kill the bat and collect the bounty. You gotta be kidding me. Gordon know about that? We can't keep this up forever.
Where do I go now? Yeah, works after a while. Yeah, yeah, it's not. I'm jamming the signal. God damn it.
They're using a security protocol I'm not familiar with, and the windows are reinforced glass. The disruptor in the evidence locker might do the trick.
No. Where's the evidence locker? This way? Oh, it was that way. It didn't show. Oh, I was growing up. No. I hate the shield guys. It's that like maneuver, the stun them and then double jump over. I hate that maneuver.
Alfred,
You never get it right.
access the evidence locker. I need an alternate route.
The evidence locker, sir? Well, according to these schematics, it adjoins an old elevator shaft which you can access via the infirmary. You should be able to break in from there. I've added it to your map.
Very much, Alfred. I feel like it's an unpopular opinion. I feel like it's an unpopular opinion, but in my opinion, I think this. I like the game. I like the way this game looks as well. I just wish it was the city felt more lively, because what you got to remember is this is Christmas Eve. There 100% there are going to be people like late night shopping. There's going to be pedestrians wandering around. There's going to be like people going to other like family members' houses, friends, whatnot. There's people going to be around, like everyday people, not just
It's the bat, all right.
get this guy out of the way. Oh, come on. Where's the gun? Get you. Get out of the way. I have the gun. I'm gonna get hit. Damn it. I probably should have gone the guy. No, I probably should have gone to get the guy with the gun first, but the armor guy would have bugged me overall. A gun. Where's the gun? Oh, you do. Oh, I meant to hit T, not E. Making careless mistakes, which is pretty usual, standard for me.
I boxed at the academy, creep. Think you can make... He's come for us.
There we go. Yeah, it looks bad, but come on. That's nice. That one on my phone. Oh, yeah, they could have done what they did in City, where the political.
I heard the rumors, but I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. They could have done a lot more with the city rather than just like everyday bad guys, crooks, and criminals. So it's possible to do, but obviously I feel like in nowadays you would 100% have to remaster this game and then change that up. So you have, you know, everyday people just wandering around. And it would be interesting to see how they would incorporate that in a Batman game. Like, imagine like jumping down from tops and then like scaring it out of just like a random ass civilian. Like, how would they react to that? Like the different reactions, or like if you're standing on top of a rooftop all dramatic like this and just looking down, and then people like look up to see you. Go. Oh, there. Wrong thing. There we go. Wish they would do that because I love this game. Yeah, I love this game too. Yeah, to be fair, he's still a myth in this game. But it would be interesting to see as well, because there's still going to be like everyday civilians who have come across Batman in some way, shape, or form. Like they would have seen like maybe a silhouette, or like let's say like it's a family of 3 wandering around the city, and then a kid that catches Batman out the corner of his eye. He just sees like the white eyes and the ears, and tries to point it out to his parents, and all of a sudden he's gone. Like it'd be something along those lines. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, where he's not supposed to be real. Get any of these, can I? I feel like I need. Yeah, I feel like I definitely need more, because based on what I've seen, I'm gonna need it. Oh, it's for the Riddler trophy, isn't it? Christ. Not expect him to do that. Kind of feel like the guy that yeah, that would make a lot of sense as well for Batman.
only
Oh, it's
way to get
9
through
for the
is to use
chapter. I was hitting 2.
They're gonna let us out, or we'll make our own way out. Yeah. How about that? This ain't such a bad Christmas after all. Today's the night, Pete. They can have to let us out now.
There we go. Lockdown.
Where the hell are the rest of the cops? Maybe the bat killed them all. Who knows how to jimmy this lock?
But I love how quickly they turn this place upside down in like the 2 minutes.
I can't believe this.
Oh, this guy has venom. Come on, get it. I blocked that. Oh, thank God for that. Making careless mistakes. Right.
We gotta work together, morons.
So far, you're doing a bang up job.
Let's get down to business. We're going down. Just the doctor. Who is this guy?
Batman. Pt. Oh, come on.
You ain't tough.
Gonna die again.
Look at what we got in. I know you want a piece of me. Break a pump.
Steve, typing in chat. Trying to focus up.
Wipe the street with him.
Boxing.
This'll bring the pep.
Don't get hit. I hit that guy, but why are you still up? There we go. What? So I had to go focused there for a second. I didn't want to lose. Oh, Jesus. Also, can you imagine the first person to see Batman? You just stand there confused and explain. Yeah, it's a big bat that jumps off a roof. Plus, as people probably have a while. Yeah, I can imagine being that first guy, like trying to explain to the GCPD or like file a police report about what the hell that guy just saw. Yeah, a Riddler thing in there, isn't there? Where is it? There we go. Right, let's get it going. I was about 0.2 seconds from hitting the paramedics then. That would not have been a good thing.
Will do. As soon as he stabilizes.
I probably think he's high or something. Yeah, that wouldn't. Imagine trying to file that police report, or like just even like just stopping an officer and trying to explain to him what you just saw. Like I saw a giant man bat with ears just completely brutalize the people who tried to mug me. Like, can you tell me what he looked like, sir? It's like, well, he oh, in my mic, sorry. Like, well, he looked, he was big. He had pointy ears, whited out eyes, wings. He's probably arrest him.
Easy.
Can you imagine trying to actually beat him up? Yeah, that would be a horrendous idea.
It's right here.
Batman comics and any form of media has told us anything is not a good idea to challenge him.
Cool poem box.
The only people who have like a chance would be someone like Bane, who have actually prepared to fight the Batman and studied the Batman in every aspect of it. And actually coming up with a plan rather than just be like, Let's go kick the
telecom
Batman's
wires.
ass.
You can access them through the sewers. Wait. Why do you do what you do?
Because I made a promise.
Well said, Bruce.
Get out of here.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people. Now that is suicide right there. I love how that just short cutscene just tells us exactly where to go if it wasn't obvious enough. Go for the grates. Out of any situation, go through the grates.
I'm on my way out, but before I can access the server remotely, I need to hack into the telecom wires under the GCP.
That's just a... there's just a stack of money.
From the sewers which run below the building. I'll peg the closest entrance on
6
your
foot white eyes with the... 6 foot white eyes, wings, explosive, a bat-shaped shurikens. Police officer. So...
Sir, yes, sir.
What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Was it concussion them? What was the thing for the concussion? Pallet. I think it was a smoke pallet I was supposed to use. I wasn't listening at all.
Take him down!
Looks pretty fast.
I am fast. Hide that gun. Don't you dare pick up that shield again. Don't hit me. You. Fuck. I'm losing my focus now. I had a good thing going, you had to ruin it. You were done. It's the greatest detective. The first person. Oh my god, yeah, imagine that. I don't know who would be more terrified, the villains, like the everyday goons, sorry, or the civilians, like watching that thing just zoom past them, or coming towards you with a vengeance. It'd probably be more terrifying for the everyday goons, like just seeing this hulking lump of steel, jet black steel, racing towards you at like 200 miles an hour, and you're in like a little jeep. Like you just robbed the bank or something. Because the civilians would only get like a quick glance. Imagine the penguins. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, and they did steal. But exactly, yes. So like, the civilians would just. Batman is justice. I will always, as whenever I'm taking the piss out of Batman, I always go for like the Christian Bale justice, orgasm voice, like the deep gravelly one rather than anyone else.
Never. Listen, I'm on your side.
I don't know why people do that. I think it's because it's the easiest voice to do, considering it's like, although it's from like a very special movie and a very, very good movie, it's not a very special voice. It's just deep and gravelly. It's just like, give yourself a sore throat 101.
Take him down. You've got nowhere to run.
Move, Gordon! I'm taking him down!
Drop it. Get him. Don't you dare shoot me. Because Kevin Conner is more serious and Bale is just more funny. Yeah, I feel like because everyone can do like a deep, gravelly voice, whether it's Kevin Conner or like, although he was the first person to do like a different Bruce Wayne and Batman voice, his one is it's very distinct. It's a very distinct voice to try and emulate.
Directly under the GCPD.
Good work, Alfred.
Oh, and sir, do try to keep out of the muck down there. Remember who has to clean your suit.
I'd love to see Alfred try and get all these scratch marks and bullet holes out of this.
Hello? Hello? That
Barbara. Sorry for hacking into your comms, but I need a favor. Some evidence crates have gone missing. Army-grade stuff, and no one here is doing anything about it. So I'm sending you their GPS location information. Use your weapon disruptor on any crates you find. It'll fry their circuits and render the stuff useless.
No. When does... Can I throw this question at Barbara? When does anyone do anything at the GCPD? Like, the only person... Like, Jim is the only person who really does anything good. Or anything remotely good. I'm in the wrong area. I need to be beneath. And every other, like, police officer is all... is a criminal. Oh, there's a policeman here. Someone pick up a gun? Yes. Why did I go over here? There was a guy right next to you. Why did you swing all the way over to the furthest guy possible? There we go. I feel like I could do a good cave crawler, but not a perfect one. Not perfect, but close. That's a good start. That's a good start. Is there like already making another Batman suit? Because he knows for a fact when he comes back from whatever adventure he's been on, he's gonna have a stab wound, a bullet wound, some form of like sewage on him, some acid, you know, just and all of the above at some point.
Strange. These are Black Mask's men. Not the kind of guys I'd expect.
Oh, I've got the martial artist here. Fucking ninja. I feel like they're either being corrupt or hating Batman for all the paper. Oh my god, the paperwork must be hell. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to right click him, but I just glid into the ocean, glid into the sewers. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go for the martial artist. I clearly hit someone. He clearly hit me. Man wants to go for a sword. Yeah. 0.2 seconds after Alfred said, "Do not get your suit dirty," because I'm the one who's going to have to clean it. He gets it dirty. What was that? What was he hitting? Oh, that's why. Because I can't. Oh, I can't use the special combo takedown on the martial artist. He just blocks it. That's why. Don't use it on him. Pretty bruised already. Ow. There we go. That guy, no, he's not taking down, he's just stunned. There we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, because oh yeah, because some of they go. Oh yeah, they go somehow. Yeah, exactly. Hitting all the wrong buttons I could possibly hit. I have one question for Batman. How does he get bags under his eyes? Doesn't Bruce Wayne have like he has a very set sleep schedule from what I remember. I can't remember what the sleep schedule is called, but essentially he has like 4 20-minute like power naps and it completely knocks him out cold. So he gets like It's something along those lines. I can't remember what the particular sleep schedule is called. What you're supposed to do is like strategically place like set a number of like power naps for a set amount of time. And they're like it knocks you out cold, so you get like a full 8 hours of sleep in like 2 hours or something along those lines. That's that cannot be healthy. Apparently it is. It's not a good thing because it wouldn't like with like a modern day like work schedule going 9 to 5, then yeah, it's probably not the healthiest that way, but apparently it works. Oh, there. Yeah, it's Batman. You got to give him some lenience. It's Batman. 90% of like him getting away with shit. That's the wrong tool. 90% of him getting away with the shit he does is just him just going, "I'm Batman." Oh, I knocked him out. Over here, I can nab. Nope. Wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, 90% of what Batman does can just be summed up, or how he does it can just be summed up with, "I'm Batman." Like that exact quote. That's it. To say is, "I'm Batman." Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point. He just has to say, "I'm Batman," and like everything is solved. Doesn't matter how outlandish or whatever he does, like how questionable it is. He just has to say, "I'm Batman. I'm Batman," and then okay, right, that solves it. That makes sense. No questions asked. Supposed to go this way? No, I'm not supposed to go this way. How did you dodge all 300? I'm Batman. Yeah, that sums it up perfectly. How to end like any talk like Batman argument? Just that. Get him. He's not having kids anytime soon. Get him. Oh, come on. Get him. Come on. Fuck. Oh, I thought guy was going to hit me then, but he didn't. I got plenty of problems. You know who's behind this mask? There we go. That and plot armor. I hate to say, hate saying that, but he has so much. I hate saying that so much. Yeah, pretty much. Batman is like, he has so much plot armor. It does get a bit ridiculous from time to time, and I can understand why people hate on Batman as much as they do because of like, well, because of how much plot armor he has and how his whole character is essentially built on the fact that he is prepared for anything. Didn't realize these guys could grab me. Get the guy with the gun. Ow.
You messed with the wrong crew. I'm gonna take my time with you.
That was a bad idea.
I'm gonna snap you in half.
Yeah, pick on shoulder.
Press it. I don't know how the. I don't know what the best way to. Why doesn't it? Why? Every time I try and counter these guys, it doesn't. They just stand there. That's not who I wanted to get to immediately. There we go. I wanted. Oh. Oh, come on. I did not know how to fight them, for the love of God.
Master Bruce, you are directly beneath the
The whole thing, like the whole building, you could blow up beneath. Yeah, exactly. Like that, like it's just the way like people kind of accept the fact that he is prepared for anything, which for as long as Batman has had his career, in terms of like in the real world, for as long as Batman has been around, I can accept the fact that if it was, oh, I didn't need to use that. If it was
Alfred,
Batman in real time, I can understand why he would be prepared for anything. But in universe, it does seem very overpowered. Very overpowered, in my opinion.
This photo is from the day of the murder. It's a perfect match. The DNA tells more of the story. But here's something the police overlooked. Roman Sionis owns the Gotham Merchants Bank. And he installed biometric security only he could access.
Which is pretty smart when you're a mob boss and a mob boss and an arms dealer and you own a bank.
To solve the Lacey Towers case. Here's what happened.
This is gonna be a really low frame rate cutscene. It's holding up so far.
By now, Gotham PD thinks Roman Sionis is dead. The casualty of a turf war. Murdered by the Penguin.
And it's not really holding up that much.
But I know better.
I do like that he prepares for anything because he's Batman. It doesn't need to actually do. Yeah, that is a point. I can understand to a degree why Batman would need to prepare for anything, considering the fact of who he is friends with and who his enemies are, both in and outside of the Justice League. Because obviously, you got to remember how many like godlike beings Batman has either been friends with or fights on an almost daily occurrence. So I can understand why he would. He's such a paranoid freak and prepare for literally any situation, but he can't prepare for anything. It's simply not possible for him to prepare for everything. Preparing for like the Justice League turning evil, that makes perfect sense in my opinion, because that has actually happened, and it's happened many times both in main canon and outside the main canon, things like that. So that makes sense, but he can't prepare for every single situation that could unfold and play out. It's an endless possibility of things that could happen, so he can't win all the time. He has to actually lose and lose, and accept the fact that he was not prepared for it.
He's the shadow I've been chasing, and now I know where he's going next. Gotham Merchants Bank.
That cutscene held up a lot longer than I thought it was going. Like the Justice League thing, yeah, him having a cure for. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you can. They've got to accept the fact that Batman can lose and will lose and is not prepared for every single situation that will unfold. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
Alfred, see if you
and
can
the way
find
he does
any
expect it.
information on someone named the Joker.
Searching now, sir. There doesn't seem to be anything coming up. What do you know about him?
Yeah,
Not much.
and I've always hated the argument of like give Batman prep time and he can defeat any foe, which is just simply not true. That's simply not true.
The Joker wants to use him
Because he could be prepared for anything. He could be prepared to like you could throw any like character at an overly a Batman fan, and the chances are they would say give him prep time and all the information, and Batman will overcome that foe, which is just not true. It's in my opinion, it's simply not true because although Batman can be prepared to fight literally anyone, right? He could be prepared to fight Doomsday on 1-1. He could be prepared to fight fucking Goku. He could be prepared to fight Dante from Devil May Cry. He could fight fucking I'm trying to think of characters: Deadpool, Iron Man, Loki, Superman, Lex Luthor. He could be prepared to fight anyone, but that does not mean he will win because he cannot determine the outcome of that fight. Like the fight could play out in 100 different scenarios, and Batman could win like 73 times out of 100. Which, yeah, obviously that's because he's prepared to fight the opponent. Then he has the numbers are in his favor because he's prepared to fight that. But also, if you're going to make it a fair fight, Batman's opponent has to have prep time as well. If you want it to be a valid argument, have to give both sides prep time. That's my viewing of it. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. You can't just give Batman prep time. You have to have both sides of you have to have both opponents have prep time if you want it to be a fair fight, right? If you want to I don't even want you know what I'm trying to say. I can't formulate the words, but you know what I mean.
You are very cordially invited to a party. And it will be a grand affair. Grand affair. Grand affair. And it will be a grand affair hosted by the Hatter. We do hope that you can come. You could come. You can come. We do hope that
The
you
singing
can come
is
to share
awful, and I
all the
love
joy.
it.
Greetings and salutations, Batman. I'm Jervis Tetch, inventor, entrepreneur, and part-time haberdasher.
Dead?
You must be
Oh no, they're just I would have thought Hatter would kill all of them, but they're just unconscious.
I have an employment opportunity I'd like to discuss with you. Help me, please! If you can hear this!
The way he beat, because the way he beats people in his
Oh, don't mind Alice, poor dear. Her mind is all aflutter, and who can blame
eyes, watches, then walks
after
off
all
them.
she's been through? But I'll have her
Yeah,
ride this ring
exactly.
soon enough.
A lot of
Don't you
Batman's
worry
strategy is
about
to watch
that.
from afar, study his opponents move for move, and then try and go to fight them. And if he doesn't win, then he goes and does the same shit again. Studies harder. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. We'll make it to 2.5 hours, and then I will call it there because it's almost been 2 hours. That was easy. Where the hell am I going? I never look wherever I'm going. Gotta go to all the other thing. Where am I going? Oh, over there. I do have to go all the way. Would fast travel, but I don't want to stick my game again. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like Batman and Goku have to get exactly. You can't just say with prep time Batman will beat any opponent because then it's not a fair fight. The numbers will tip in Batman's favor. He might not win every single time. It might be a case of like out of 100 tries, Goku wins like 53 times. Batman wins 47. Either way, Goku still wins, but the numbers are rigged to tip in Batman's favor just that little bit more. So as much as I understand why people use that argument, I've never liked it. Don't risk Batman like yeah. Don't risk Batman. Yeah. Yep, the fast travel, it does not exist as far as I'm concerned. Batman can get hooked to his Spotify playlist. Oh, hello there, Babby. Freddy has come back to say hello. Is it, Babby? Is it? Going. You down there? Amazed that actually worked. Yeah, because if they did the thing where he would study Goku and then fight against. Yeah, exactly. Like Batman's whole like fighting style, well, not fighting style, but the way he like studies his opponents, fights them, then if he loses or just barely wins, he goes back to study them again. It's all tipped, it's all rigged to be in his favor, which I can understand because Batman has to be such a technical character. He has to do this sort of thing if he wants to survive. Remember, he's going up against like in his own rogues gallery, he's going up against supervillains, he's going up against people who are just as smart as he is, if not smarter. He's going up against people who are just as strong as him, just as well trained as him. If not, some people it's more tipped in their favor, like Bane, the Riddler. Those people are considered to be somewhat smarter than Batman, and obviously, Bane is both smarter and stronger than Batman.
You too.
So he has to. It has to be rigged in his favor to a certain degree, but when you're pitting him against literally anyone else other than his own rogues gallery, you've gotta make it a fair fight. How do I go? Where do I go? Oh, through the door. Not roll into the door, you open the door. Wonder what the fight. Or fight with King from Team N Team Back. Ooh. That would be quite interesting to say the least. I'm not quite sure how that would play out. Because they're both very, like, quite similar in a sense. I feel like that fight could go either way, regardless of who has prep time and who doesn't. That could very well be a 50-50. It might just determine on like something down to the very, very fine details. Batman fans, yeah, it's. I will say this for any fan base of any media or any character, it's the few who ruin it for the many. Because like I don't exactly hide it. I'm a Batman fan. I love Batman. I've always loved Batman, but I understand that he can't always win. He's not a perfect being. He can't win 100% of the time. It can't be a case of like give Batman prep time and he can defeat any opponent. It just doesn't work like that. The thing. Oh, there it is. Really. Yes, it could go either way. In my opinion, it would just be down to like the very, very fine details. Oh, Batman just snaps to the gargoyles.
The Joker may still be here in the vault. I should use caution.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Bodies. Probably should have. Not that one.
There's something more sinister going on here.
Sometimes he doesn't have prep time. Exactly. Exactly. And with the cutscene that we're about to see, he can't. There's no possible way he could have prepared for this. And the same thing with the same thing with the Arkham Knight. Everything about Arkham Knight, Batman could not have prepared for. He simply could not have prepared for full-blown militia going after him. He couldn't have prepared for the events that take place in Arkham Asylum. There's no way he could have prepared that because he didn't know the Joker was planning to escape. He didn't know that he didn't figure out that the fire at Blackgate, where all of Joker's men were transferred to Arkham, he didn't make that connection, so there's no way he could have prepared for this massive breakout. Arkham City, he couldn't have prepared for any of the events that happened in Arkham City. Like Hugo Strange figuring out he's Batman for one, he would never have been able to prepare for Joker injecting him with his own blood and therefore poisoning him with Titan. He couldn't have prepared for Joker's blood taking him over slowly but surely. 90% of the stuff you could not have prepared for, and that's Arkham Batman I'm talking about. That's Arkham Batman, who's widely considered to take down 10 to 12 different villains in the space of like a night. So, you know, he's not, Batman isn't this perfect being. But so refreshing to someone who actually agrees with me. Exactly. That's why he lost so much. Yeah, exactly. That's why he gets beaten and bruised and torn into, like the suit now. It's all ripped and torn and shot at and whatnot. He could not. There's no way he could prepare for absolutely. There's no way he could prepare for absolutely everything that transpires. There's no way. That's not what I want to do. I want to hit Q, not left click. And again, he couldn't prepare for this. We're all the goons like shooting, aiming their guns at him because he can't defend himself against this. There's no way he can go in and disarm everyone, save the hostage, and take Black Mass to Arkham or Blackgate.
Know the Joker?
This is, and this is yeah, it makes sense for earlier Batman to not be able to prepare for it. But if you're talking about like as well peak Arkham Batman at his peak as well, whether any Batman at his peak, he cannot prepare for everything, and has been shown to not be able to prepare for everything because he would never have thought of these situations. That's my viewpoint of it. I don't care where Batman is in his career, he cannot prepare for everything. Maybe Batman can multi-fear because it is a character.
This whole time, you hired the assassins.
That does make sense.
You've been running Sionis' operation.
The way I've always, or the best way that I think you can draw the conclusion as to how prepared Batman can be is what opponents he's faced in his past. So, or the situations he's been in his past. So the way I try to make a comparison is MCU Iron Man and like any form of Batman, because Iron Man in the MCU has a very realistic level of preparation, and the way he improves his armors as time goes by. So obviously from Mark 1 to Mark 2, he vastly improves it based on the blueprints. Mark 3 is an improvement of Mark 2, so on and so forth. And then after Civil War, when Ant-Man goes into his suit and starts disconnecting and fucking with shit, then he moves to his nanite suit. Because Tony learns from his mistakes. He learns that Ant-Man is able to shrink small enough to go into his suit and fuck shit up. So when he uses the nanite suit, or when he starts to think about how can I improve my suit? I need to make it so that way no one can get into it, because there's too many. It's like plate armor. There's too many holes and rivets and openings for people to get into, especially Ant-Man. So then he creates the nanite suit, and then he improves upon the nanite suit and all this and that. So it's a very realistic way of improving and preparing for your opponents exploiting your weaknesses, and obviously not just exploiting your weaknesses, but also preparing for the next threat. So that's the comparison I like to draw.
Something's jamming my signal. I need to
Terrific.
figure out what it is and take it out.
Right, where is the guy with the jammer?
Joker knows I survived the explosion. I need to hurry before he kills Sionis. Or
There
anyone
we go.
else.
Where is this guy going? I don't want to alert people just yet. That guy's going to come upstairs, isn't he? On in front of me. Yep. Go, 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 go.
This is it. An opportunity to make your new boss happy. Bring me the bat. Since you can't
Take down.
Batman, maybe you could at least find the lucky fella he just introduced his fist to.
There we go. Knockout smash. Get people up here. How does they just go completely flawless with that? I got all focused and shit for a second then. Over there. Oh, it's an.
I should take a picture. Freaking useless.
I like to go off how prepared Batman can be in his it's his career time. How long he knows. Yeah, I agree as well. Like, how long has Batman been fighting these different foes? How much time has he had to study with them, like on a one-to-one level, like actually going out and fighting them? What is their technique? How do they handle their opponents? Are they someone like Clayface, where they just intimidate you purely based on their overwhelming size and just unique abilities? How much did how thrown off you get? Oh, that one. That's the concussion one, isn't it? Hit both of them. Go over there. Focus is key. Focus is key. Fuck.
Please, don't hurt me.
Starts to walk away. Almost. I thought that the concussion blast would have like knocked out the two of them.
Killed about a quarter of Black Mask's men when they wouldn't take orders from him.
Unless you want to join them, talk.
He said something about the steel mill.
That's Sionis' mill.
Well, not anymore.
It's Joker's mill now. Ain't no way you're getting in there.
I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you prove me wrong.
Alfred, pull schematics on Sionis Industries steel mill. Joker's taken Sionis there. He's going to kill him. Unless I get there first.
Right, where the hell do I go?
He's taken over Black Mask's operations.
Yeah, because Bane, Clayface, and Croc-sized Joker. Croc-sized Joker. Unpredictable Black Mask, Falcone, just breaking. Yeah, exactly.
Not a chance. He's mine.
Where we go. I feel like that's what I say 90% in these games. Where do I go? Assuming they just need to... Not where I want to go. I need to go up here. Never mind, I can't go back that way. Oh, I just got out the front door. Like later in his career, they more know. Exactly, yeah. Like in his earlier career, they full on fear Batman, even though they might not never admit it. They fear the Batman. They fear what he can do. But later in his career, they do realize that he is just a man, a suit. Fuck that guy. Two-Face and Catwoman Robert. Yeah, exactly. He learns that, or the villains learn that he's not perfect all the time, and Batman has a very real way to, a very realistic way to deal with each sort of category of villains, if you will, in the way you put it. Well, that's Shiva, isn't it? The baby. They act all tough and scary, but when they always fear him. I like to believe. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like he breaks them into different categories and how to kind of deal with them.
There's nothing here.
Like how with someone like as big as Bane or Clayface and Croc, he likes to tire them out, wear them out, and then go for it rather than just and using his brain rather than just brute force.
And we both know we won't
Catwoman,
allow that. So the question is,
Two-Face, and Penguin, he's able to outsmart them. He's able to use his detective abilities to track them down. Things. But obviously he's not perfect, so he doesn't like hit every single note that he wants to whenever he's doing things. Human for almost. We'll give it another 15-20 minutes, I'd say. Okay, we'll make it to 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock for me. 1:20 for me right now, so we'll give it another 20 minutes before I have to end stream. We'll do the relay tower first. As much as I'm not using the doohickey thingamabobs, it's probably better if I unlock them. Hello there, guys. Why is it so laggy? Or boom. Now, if I could only do that whenever there's an abundance of bad guys for me to beat up, that would be perfect. Going the right way. Yes, because either way I've got to go around this. Gliding into the buildings, Bruce. There we go. Need to upgrade the grapple accelerator 100%. That destroyed it. All right. Oh, I remember this bridge. Wasn't the Scarecrow mask up here in Arkham City? Remember that was like one of the biggest leading theories in Arkham City, that Scarecrow's mask was up here and he was hiding in like the wasn't it like the radio tower that was over there? Oh, that's probably not the. Oh, no, it's behind it. There it is. The GCR tower. Ridley Smart's Harley is just a regular thug. Yeah, exactly. All like he breaks them all down as to best way to deal with them. Ballistics, wash. The relay tower. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you could find Scarecrow mask and then. Yes, I remember. Wasn't the City of Fear or something like the password or whatever to get? What was Batman doing? City of Fear or whatever was to get into the boat, and you could find that the Joker thug, and he's sitting in the chair and he wakes up and scares the shit out of you or something. I remember that. Get into this thing.
Me neither. But you think we can trust the new guy? The guy who calls himself the Joker? Hell no. You can't cross me.
Yeah. Oh, is it down there? Down here. Looks to be down here. It is down here.
What are all of you, stupid?
Go, get him. I'm amazed I blocked that. Ah. I got cocky. And yeah. Screwing up now. There we go. Yeah, I wonder how people found it, because I remember in Asylum they had to tell people about the ward. Oh yeah, because I remember that when you used the detective mode, you couldn't actually look into the thing. You couldn't actually look behind the wall. It was just a case of like someone found it and then had to tell people about it. Did nothing. The thing I need to destroy? That do? Besides nothing. On the side, Batman can jump. I mean, with the thighs he has, is no wonder he can jump so high. Because I can't get through the gate without being. Where is the thing? Weapon's great. Oh, that's the other one. There we go. Found it. Oh, come on. There were two people down. I can use that. Did you use a batarang? I used the batarang to destroy the relay thing that was up there. There we go. I love how sure the thugs. Yeah, exactly.
There are other ways to overcome obstacles beyond smashing them.
There we go.
Who needs doors anyway?
Me, that's for certain. Neither do you. Where is it? Are you kidding? Is that really the? Are you kidding me?
Who's smart enough to outsmart me?
No one's helping me, Enigma. Did you ever consider maybe you're not as clever
Google
as
help
you
me.
think?
I'm fairly certain all passwords are on Google somewhere, from what I remember.
In case you haven't noticed, I've got the entire city under surveillance, feeding me all of its dirty little secrets. And I did.
Look at my internet history, mate. I wouldn't do that. Cool how once they've done the whole riddle thing. Yes, I do remember that. You gotta find all the relay things, and then you can actually find the Riddler trophy. I'm not doing that. I don't have the patience to go through and like. I would say I don't have the patience, but I've done it before. Yeah, I don't think I would have the time or the one to go through and get every single relay thing along with every single Riddler trophy, like 100% the game. How many of the relay trophies I got in game? Yeah, a lot of, that's the same thing with me. A lot of the Riddler trophies that I struggle to do, like especially in nights. Especially in nights, like the oddball ones here and there. I got like off of Google. Also like YouTube and people being like, here's Riddler trophy 237. This is how you get it. Not want to drop on him, but okay. I didn't want to go over that either. I wanted to go on top of it, Bruce. Arkham. There we go. I needed help with the Batmobile one because I didn't. Yeah, the Batmobile ones were especially like, were especially annoying to find and figure out what to do. Might as well get that one. Yeah. 4 left? Yeah, 4 left. Oh, they're just all stuck together. They're all just gonna party up. Oh no, one's splitting away. Thank you. Down from... No, I can't. I'm so happy when you started streaming because I was absolutely looking forward to this. I'm glad I started streaming as well. I'm trying to become more consistent with it because it's fun. It's fun playing video games like this and actually interacting with someone rather than just like playing it by yourself with something in with like background noise or whatever in the. Ooh. They both look. Ah, damn it! Fuck that one up. Oh, there's 3 left. I thought there were 2 left. Probably the safer option. Probably go for you. I'm gonna turn around. It is always the most annoying thing. Yeah, it's very annoying. Or someone like this, where they just like stand with their back to a wall. That's the only person you can go after. That's more annoying, in my opinion. Are you fucking kidding me? And now you split up? Yeah, that's why I'm happy you did yesterday, because I'm... Yeah, I've done that before, like, you go live and no one joins. It's very disheartening, but I'm very glad that I have, you here.
Isolated the electromagnetic signal on electrocutioner's gloves. You can track him with your scanner now.
A bit late, Alfred. I'm about to get my hands on Black Mask. And maybe the Joker, too.
Right, well, it's ready to go, should you need it.
Better tell Alfred, good job for all of his hard work. And there's only a few people there, so... I like talking to you about all this and that stuff. Yeah, I like talking to you too, as well. Very nice to resonate with someone and actually enjoy that. Actually have like a meaningful conversation about stuff that we like. That guy sounded like Zoidberg then for a second. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hold on. He's a real brawler. No shit. Don't pick that gun up. Go. Where were you punching? Where were you punching? I'm going to tell my friends how much I love talking to you about. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. I don't exactly know how to react to that, but I very much appreciate that. You guys have like there's a turret in front of the door, from what I remember. Remember this part? The guys upstairs have a turret. Oh. Yes. Yeah, so we go live yesterday and wanted to join. So much fun, so I'll try and join every time. Yeah, like I said, I don't expect you to join, but it's very much appreciated more than you will ever know. At the fact that you do join my lives and you do, like talk, like very much do interact, and it makes my day, to be honest with you. Also, yesterday's stream is up on YouTube as well. I posted that just before going live on this. Yes, there's the turret. I knew these guys had a turret. People have guns. You too have guns. So what we're gonna do, just take them out of the equation. Or anything I can connect. There is.
Break his leg. Where'd he go?
I'm over here.
I think we made him angry.
I think we made him angry. Too right you did. Too right you did.
No one does this.
There we go. Bosh. I thought I was out of range for that guy. Oh, come on. I thought that... There we go. Yeah, but it's always nice to talk to someone who knows what I mean, and actually has a conversation about it and won't fight. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have a conversation with someone and not just like, like I said, fight them on literally everything. It's not turning things into a debate.
Receiving it now, sir.
Interesting. Sionis had a pacemaker implanted. It says here he had prolonged QT syndrome.
If you do set up a schedule on stream, I'll definitely make it, I mean, because it's night.
Sionis was having the Joker followed.
Yeah, I will try my best to try and get a consistent schedule with it rather than just being sporadic. I will try, if it's, I don't expect to have a schedule like anytime soon, so I will try and plan ahead. So say for example, if in like whenever I decide I'm going to stream next, I'll say like, oh, I'll post it on Twitter, say, or X or whatever the fuck that app's called, and say streaming this time, this date, come and join if you can, sort of thing. Right. That's probably the better way to do it rather than be like, I'm here. Not give any forewarning. Stop hitting shift. That one. Oh, that was a Riddler thing? I thought this was for the Sionis. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, I got a notification on. Oh yeah, I got notifications on. So that's how I know. Yeah, I figured as much.
I found reference to a chemical similar to the compound you need for your glue grenade.
Ah, there's the glue.
I'm going to try to synthesize it in our lab.
And I'm like, Liam is live. That's a nice ring to it. Liam is live.
The more I learn about the Joker, the more I realize there's something very different about him.
Joker is unlike any other villain you have faced before, Bruce, or ever will face. Chemical. The cryptographic sequencer like existed in real life, it would be such like it would be such a hindrance to cybersecurity. Christ. This shit ain't up to code. Yeah, we can't destroy the cameras and TVs in there. Or why? And always go the wrong way. Always go the wrong way because it leads to secrets. Yeah, it's weird that they changed it to X. It's like, yeah, blame Elon Musk is why he's like a fetish for naming things X or after X or whatever. Or what it is about him, but he has a fetish for that shit. So many people. Yeah, exactly. Like so many people have their money, identity stolen. It's just everything. So I'm very glad it does not exist in real life, but it was very cool.
Why are you messing with the crate? We're supposed to be locking this place down. I'm serious.
Alright, let's go in.
Okay, then. What are you waiting for?
I'm amazed I blocked that. Get him. Eat. Oof. Hit the wrong. Let's go forward. I'm very strong. Just see me without my coffee in the morning. Glad they're all like fucked up together. Bosh. Up. 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 Fuck. How did I fuck that up? I could see so many people using the back call to grab it. Yeah, I'm the same way, but if you gave me like Spider-Man's web shooters, I would be the exact same way. Fuck. Oh fuck. Ow. Other than not, mate. That's no. Not the right guy. On. Getting like all focused and shit. Shit. There we go. I wanted to get that guy out of the way first because I knew he was going to fuck things up for me. I'm the boss. Oh, come on. None of them got off in time. That was stupid. You could get exposed so fast. Someone would just have to say Spider-Man. Oh, yeah, I'm the same way with that. As much as I try to keep secrets, don't trust me with anything too deep. That was the slowest move. Brain. How did that dent it? I cry. Well, buddy, I have some news for you.
That's more like it.
There we go. Righty then. Right. How long have I been streaming for? Because I think it's about time to end. 3.5 hours, 2.5 hours. I do believe it is time to end the stream there. Now, I have had a boatload of fun playing this again. Thank you very much for joining. I'm glad that I managed to fix chat. And of course, it would not be a Liam from Work stream without many, many, many tech issues. So hopefully next stream we will not have as many tech issues and things will be fixed. I will definitely try and stream Dragon Ball Xenoverse another time to see if I can get that working. To see, I don't know why it was so fucked up, but I will try and figure out a way to fix that because I do really like that game and would love to play it on stream. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for joining. I'll try and upload this tomorrow. I will be out tomorrow, so I won't be able to stream. And I will try and upload it tomorrow as soon as humanly possible. Yeah, thank you very much, and see you later. Thank you. Bye. Bye.